Hello. Hello. Hello, Dragon. Hello, Ed. Hello, Dalzy. And a good night, FB. He's already gone. Hello. How's everyone? And mm, stream time. Oh my god. A whole trolley? A whole hobo chariot? Damn. Hi. How was your days? Mm, I'm mm, about to raid. Nice. Let's see, making sure I can calibrate all this. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I tried making my own soup yesterday, and I don't think it turned out as good as the restaurants. So, I guess that's what I get for using the pre-made stuff. Mm. Wonder how if my streams are too early. Press this button right here. There we go. Hi, hello. And I need to go find this. Okay, there we go. Ooh! Alright, now I need to make a button. Where's my stream deck? So, guys, can you see the Tommy Thompson emote? Wait, Vegas? What? Vegas is kind of crazy. What the hell? That's huge. You're gonna be a Vegaser. Vegas site. This should pay me a lot to go out there and cover all my. Yo, huge. That's crazy. If they actually covered all your expenses, that's really good. A signing bonus. What? What was your number? That's such a personal question, but I don't even know why it is a personal question. Why is the narrative of not being able to discuss your pay with people such a thing? You know, actually, let's talk about that. Not being able to discuss your pay with your colleagues? That's such a strange system. And it was invented for companies to actually hide wage inequality. Uh-huh. 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 So the question is, what was your number? For a sign bonus? For it to be lucrative enough, and the fact that they pay for all your moving expenses. That's a lot. That's like a lot. So I think I bit my tongue. But it's on like the tip of my tongue. Which is way better than it being in the back of my tongue. Oh yeah, so let's see. Do you guys see this? I don't know if it's approved yet. Um I see. Yeah, it hasn't been checked yet. Nah, okay, you have to have unlisted emotes viewing. 5K? What? Do you even need to use the whole 7K of moving? That's crazy. 12K for accepting a job? So what's that? 2 weeks? Probably not. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Ah. How have I been? Decent, I'd say. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's decent. Let's see. I'm buying a OF case? Oh, PC case. Oh, Snecko. A PC case, I see. Alrighty. And making sure I am in lurking chats. Streams I actually want to be lurking in. Perfect. This. Watch JoJo slept. Wait, so where are you now? So you're already in the States? Mm. I don't know where Indiana is. You don't need to know. The only Indiana I know is Jones. I'm looking it up. It's on the east side. Interesting. So, where's Texas? So there's Texas. That's central. Oh, so Vegas is actually close to the West Coast. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know why I thought it'd be closer to Texas. Pretty far away from Texas. And I see the border for Mexico. San Diego, Los Angeles. Okay. Hell yeah, TwitchCons. I still have not gone to a single TwitchCon because flying to America is scary. And that's not why, it's mostly the price point. It's kind of expensive to go to TwitchCon. You know, I've always thought New Mexico was such a strange... What's it called? Flight costs you 900 USD. Yeah, the flight alone is so expensive. Let alone having somewhere to stay. Or knowing people I trust enough to stay with. Like, shit. uh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You stay in my closet? No thanks. I don't want to be in a closet. I've been out of the closet for a very long time. I'm not going back. But yeah. I'd like to go. I'd like to go to one. Oh man. A bit of mush today. My social battery got drained yesterday. It's cold here. It's in like 70 Fahrenheit. How much is that in the rest of the world? I don't know the conversion. Um, I know like 98 is roughly 36. So minus 6, no, 26 from that would be what? Like, uh, uh mm, 70 F to C. It's 21 degrees Celsius. Okay. You know what I feel about when it comes to weather? It's that, if the temperature is higher, then a human body has a fever. It's hot. Why does it go 50 to 10 so quickly? What the hell? I don't get Fahrenheit. It's 100 to 0 relative to body heat? Is that what is that what it's relative to? Someone explain this to me. So it's relative to... Hey, Zucker. So it's relative to 0... But why is 0 negative 17? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Someone make it make sense. So 0 is... So relative to body heat, 0 is where you die. Makes no sense to me. Also, I'm talking a little weird. My tongue hurts. But luckily, it's on the tip of my tongue and not on the, 32F is 0. Okay, okay. Alright. I see. I think I only understand Celsius. There's no way. See, for me, you know, temperature relative to where water boils. Makes sense. 100 is death. Negative 100 is also death. Well, I mean, you'd die if you were in 100 for long enough. Like, let's be real here. People die on 40-degree days, so. You know, you just get so hot, you get heat stroke and die. We can die at lower temperatures. I just use Kelvin where 0 is absolute 0. I don't like heat, but I live in Australia, so I can tolerate pretty high temperatures. Hello! I'll give you a wave too. Yeah, that's true. You can die with long enough sustained fever. Because, like, high enough fever and your proteins will denature. You're literally getting cooked. Let me look at the Kelvin scale. Let me see this. Alright. 373 Kelvin is boiling point. 273 Kelvin is the freezing point. Oh, I see where you can use centigrade. Those numbers are not conventional though. I'm just about, it's about 300 Kelvin. It's funny. Yeah, I see why people don't use Kelvin day to day. Too much friction towards understanding what the temperature is. Fahrenheit and Celsius I can see being used day to day. Kelvin is for chemistry. Why with a K? What is 100F? Visual alliteration? Is it just visual? You know what's alliteration? The timing. Koeko's coffee. Hmm. I think I may have ruined some pretty good pork cuts yesterday. Let's hope that I can still eat them. And if I can't, then well, shit. Sorry, I can't click on sussy links. What do you mean by that? My link's too sus for you? What's wrong with my links, huh? I checked them myself. I should check. Coffee. I want to call it Ko-Fi. Like lo-fi. But like the branding is coffee. The heck? Oh, I should have just changed. Sausage link? Huh? What does that mean? I said nothing? I'm so confused. I am so confused. How am I doing? Good. Yeah. Good. That. Yep. just good. Uh, um, I think my brain has gone into goop. Which brings me to the next topic of what the fuck is a Gwyneth Paltrow's goop? Why'd she name it goop? And why did she make vagina scented candles? I don't understand. Why'd she name it goop? How is there people that fucking use that actually buy the brand goop? What the fuck? Dark spot. Hang on, I'm looking at this website. Dark spot exfoliating sleep milk, feather lash lifting serum mascara, bunch of clothes, a lip balm. Oh. Youth Goop Beauty Goop Jeans. Youth Boost Peptide Serum. The powerful, clinically tested all-in-one serum targets key signs of aging. It's just a brand. There's like a bunch of clothes in it. Oh. Okay, well, that's enough of that. This is a slower day. Because I'm feeling slow. Yeah. I played, Overwatch. I played, Juno. She's fun. Skill-based healing, where you have to actually aim. Kind of like Ana. She's a lot of fun. I like her. Man, dude. Don't you just kind of just want to sleep for like 3 months? Just stop existing? For a quarter of the year? Completely negate an entire season from your existence. Would anyone want that? To hibernate. To be able to actually hibernate. It's thought about hibernation. It's interesting. People hibernating. I stop fiddling with shit. Alright. I hope you have a good stream. Sorry, I can't say. My Wi-Fi has been pretty unbearable these past few days. I'll try and catch a stream when it gets better. No big deal, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Video games. What can I do today? Be a React Andy? Maybe play some bingo? I don't know. I'll think about it. What you feeling? Like yapping, but my brain's not working. Yeah. I always like yapping. But today I'm like, half here. I don't drink coffee. Not a coffee drinker. Oh, so there was someone on Twitter that got like a. Hang on, let me look into it so I'm not actually spreading misinformation. Look into this quick. And I went and listened. And I was just like. Got raided a couple of days ago. I wanted to see what he streams, and I found that his chat is making fun of me. Yeah. And I listened to their voice. I checked out their stream. And because, you know, I found out about them because that stuff went viral. And she sounds fine. It's just not a higher pitched woman. Like, dude. I speak deeper than she does. I don't understand. It's so fucking annoying. Come on, man. And then let's see, she had a follow-up post. Where is it? Hello, I saw some comments saying I'm trans, and I just want to make it clear I'm not trans, just unlucky voice, and your voice isn't even bad. I actually like it. Man, that entire shit resonated with me. Because I'm like, I get that. I get that all the time. All the time, I have someone coming in not knowing what I was, or just assuming I was a guy. And I hate unsolicited attention, if that makes sense. I've had it happen once before, and it made me feel sick. Like, actually, when I want to throw up. Yeah, it has happened to me once before. I blocked them. But, people coming by and then hearing my voice and just being all like, "Oh, is that a guy? Question mark?" Look. People don't know what women sound like, and it shows. You know, it shows. They don't talk to enough women. If their only exposure to women is that they all speak like, I don't want to fucking just say a fucking voice profile, but like, you know, they expect them to sound like fucking Peach or something. Come on. It's annoying. I feel bad because I always use Lily Pichu as an example, but it's not fair on Lily. But like, everyone expects a girl's voice to be like Lily's, and it's unreasonable. There are all kinds. Yeah, it's a really wide range. I just shrugged my shoulder like it would translate to my VTuber model. It did not. But you know, I shrugged my shoulders. That's just I should think about getting that. I can do this though. Fucking whatever. Although this doesn't look like a fucking shrug. I just can have two hands out like this. Can wave with one hand or both hands. Isn't that neat? Well, like, no, I can't do three hands. I'm sorry. Double wave? Yeah, but can you do the fucking Jedi gesture? You didn't see that. It's fun. It's fun because what's it called? I get to control this with where my mouse is relative to the screens. Yeah. And this one too, I can also control relative to where my mouse position is. And if I go up or down on my screen, madam, please, I wish to squeeze. I didn't ask for this one. I just wanted this as is, like this. I didn't want the fingers to move. I didn't ask for that. And then my wriggle was, okay, yeah, but what if I did this? I'm like, okay, go for it. And then I can do this now. But yeah, I always think about that. And I always think it's like a huge compliment. Whenever someone comes by and they say that, yo, I like your voice, I'm just like, oh, dude, thanks. The amount of times I've gotten, you sound like a guy. I'm like, yep, alright, thank you. It's not like I haven't gotten that most of my fucking online life. You like my audio profile? Thanks. I'm not sure what that means. But I'll take it as a compliment. Because that's what it sounds like. Clarity? I think I talk too fast sometimes. Right now, you've got me at a more chill. Oh, right. I have a, what is this? XLR mic. It's a AT2020. It's not like the greatest mic in the world, but it isn't. It's a condenser mic, I think. What is this a condenser? I don't actually remember. What is my microphone? Yeah, look it up. Yeah. Okay. It's the AT2020 condenser mic. And I think it catches my voice pretty well. I'm pretty sure I have the same thing. I also have a Scarlett. I don't know if it's a 3rd gen. I don't know which one it is I have. But I do also have a Scarlett. I've always wanted to get an interface that isn't the Scarlett, because the Scarlett is pretty simple. SM7B? Oh. I don't know if I need to like upgrade my microphone. I might do that considerable something to consider in the future. I don't stream and I never will. I just got tired of my Discord call sounding awful and work calls. You know, that's fair. That's actually fair. Not a lot of people care about their microphone quality because they can't hear it. They're not the ones that have to deal with it. Like, please get a good microphone, guys. If you're gonna talk in the microphone, can you not be a fucking Xbox crunchy microphone where I can hear you fucking breathing and it sounds like static? Where you're peaking 99% of the time? Like that's so shit. So do you do the thing where you like listen to your own loop back? Do you like loop your voice back to your ears? Where'd my rest of my yappers go? As well. I could sit here and talk to one person forever, but you know, where'd the rest of you go? You can join in. Okay, 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 okay. I don't do that. All I do is, so I have, filters and whatnot set up on, my microphone on OBS. So how I sound on stream is reflected when I'm on Discord because of the way I route my audio. I literally use OBS as a middleman so I can get the same filters and whatnot that I use on stream in my Discord calls. So, because when I used to just, you know, quote unquote raw dog my audio, I used to be too quiet. Quality and stuff was good, it was just always too quiet. But yeah, I always wanted to be able to send out, you know. Heck's that? What's a cloud lifter? I live under a rock. Just assume that I know nothing. If it's new and not, you know, 18th century sea biscuits, I'm not gonna know what it is. The teeny little amp just makes you nice and loud without having to raise your gain too much. Yo, that's nice. I think my voice audio's good. I don't think most people have to use the FFZ compressor. But this is a gripe I have when I watch people's streams. Every time I click on someone's stream and I have them on 100% volume and I'm struggling to hear them over other streamers. If I have everyone at the 100% and your stream sounds like you're whispering, you need to raise your audio. I have everything balanced and set up in a specific way. So I know when someone's too quiet, because that if I have to raise my like Windows settings and whatnot to hear your stream, your balance is not great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn your microphone up. Just make sure it's not peaking. That's it. That's it. Turn your games down. Like, I do this. Game volumes are never that high for me. Yeah, like, the problem with audio issues and stuff is if you have regulars, they will always tell you your audio is fine. Because if they're a regular, they would have adjusted their own settings to make your stream audible to like a comfortable level. Like they wouldn't, it wouldn't be like someone that has like a baseline setting that they use for everything. You know, if you watch just like one streamer a lot, you're gonna adjust your own settings. But my problem with the fact that I have everything at 20%, always, my Windows volume is always 20%. Even if I adjusted everything and had it to a, like, you know, reasonable volume at 100%, I'd still run into that issue. I would still run into that issue. But every now and then, sometimes it's like a video that's just, oh my god, hang on. That's another problem. YouTube videos that are literally too quiet. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm like, is this just me? I'm like, hang on. Turns up the audio. I'm just like, it's 100%. Okay, and listen to them talk. I can't hear them. Oh my god, it's so annoying. So because of that, I have to actually turn my system volume up. If I have to touch my system volume, you're too quiet. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's how it goes. If I have to touch my system volume, you're too quiet. And it's so rough trying to explain that to people that have like established audiences that go, audio's fine, audio's fine, don't listen to them, audio's fine. I'm like, oh, you, they're perpetuating the problem. Okay, yeah, so don't, when it comes to audio stuff, don't listen to your regulars. Definitely don't listen to your regulars when it comes to audio, definitely don't. Like, your regulars are the least reliable when it comes to audio. You're surprised Bin listens to you? Bin's got a great for audio balance. You know, I'm still proud of my binless Bim comment. It wrote itself. It was just right there. It was right in front of me. I had to take it. I'm proud of that one. It used to be imbalanced when she was model 1.0. Oh, okay. I heard she was a ferret. I didn't find her back then. But I heard she was a ferret. Yeah, I saw the other day. I was just like, oh, cool. I had one of my regulars, who is a mod now, was saying that they missed the ferret, but current Bim is hot, so it's whatever. What an opinion. Don't let her hear that. You know, I mean, that comment is definitely just I ain't complaining. I tracked down Bim's stream like about a week or something ago, and I heard her speak, and I was just like, yep, I'm staying. She has such a nice voice. And Scottish. Nice voice plus Scottish, it's just, you know, it's a multiplicative. I'm so sorry you have to see and audible hear my psychotic ramblings in chat. Don't worry about it. We need to normalize, what's it called? Fucking chance. Fucking experimental feature that they took away for some reason. I'm like, why? Was it being abused to chats? Well, fucking, can we actually, no, can we, like, why did they remove it? Meanwhile, we get stuff like being able to knock on people's streams. I can misclick right now on my follow list and accidentally knock on a streamer's list because they haven't disabled it. Or rather, they haven't, like, you know, set up the workaround. A lot of them have, though. A lot of people on my follow list have turned it off. But, like, there's a bunch of people that still have it on. Come on, man. I don't think it was implemented well. A chant god, you say? What IQ level of the room below the floor, but everyone got to laugh? Made for some funny moments too. Oh, have you guys heard of Pag Pag? A Filipino dish. So, it's a bit of a tragic dish, but it's how some people get by because it's it's people rummaging through trash looking for unused meat. And then they take the trash and they clean it and whatnot. And then they add their own stuff to it. And then they fry it. And it's tragic, honestly. That's a thing that has to happen there. Sisig? I haven't had sisig before. I have had tocino. I tried tocino recently. Not recently, but like earlier this year. I tried tocino. Oh man, I love tocino. I would like to try sisig. You know what I keep forgetting to do? I keep forgetting to tweet that I'm streaming. I'm so bad with Twitter. It's not something I like. I don't like using Twitter. Fuck. And I always feel like, oh shit, I need to have an image ready for Twitter, and I'm like, oh. Time to pluh? What's a pluh? Plug? Also, I need to stop fiddling with stuff on stream because some people can't stand hearing weird little fiddly noises when I'm talking. But it helps me focus, so I can't help it. Like when the funny noise happens. um... Okay, hang on. I need to... Oh, you know what I need? I need 5 VTubers to follow. Maybe I should make a post. I should be like, hey, I need 5 VTubers to follow for no particular reason. Mostly because I'm 5 followers away from getting 666 a follow count. But I don't like doing that. Because it means I have to go through my list and purge something I don't follow anymore. Just to maintain it, I'm just like, ugh, it's so much easier just to not unfollow people. I went and purged through a lot of my follows just to clean up my timeline. Oh, at one point. And most of the people I unfollowed were all the Hololive. Except for the ones that I actually watch. Where are they increasing? Hmm. Uh. All right. All right. Was looking at Twitter for a second. There's a lot of people I just stopped watching from the few years I've been here. Yeah. That just kind of happens through like progression of time. Yeah, some people I still watch the VODs and stuff of, but I'm just not able to catch their streams anymore. Ever since I started keeping like a more normal schedule where I wake up in the morning and stream in the morning, I'm not able to be around in the late hours of the evening. And that's usually, no, I'm not EU. I'm Australian. It is 11 a.m. for me. What do you mean that time zone? Time zone where times. I wish time was irrelevant and it'd be whatever time I wanted it to be. So I'm sitting in this weird position where I think my streams are too early for some people. Hey, Fire. How you doing? It's actually prime NA time now. That's part of why I picked this time slot, is because most of the people that watch me are in NA. But now I'm running into the problem where some of my Aussie viewers, it's too early. So I think the solution is to start now and stream longer. Although streaming long is a bit rough. I know what I need to do. I know what I must do. Now or an hour or later? Yeah, no, this is fine. I like this time slot. I like this time slot. I need to one day stream long enough that I can just send anyone that's here somewhere. something streams, I think 12 hours apart. Holy shit. 12-hour stream randomly? Alright, it'll happen one day. I'll do it. I'll stream for 12 hours. I've done it before. I used to do some long-ass streams on the regular. And now I only stream for like 3 to 4 hours. I'd like to go back to streaming long hours again, but it's really not feasible, doable. Because I run out of things to talk about. After 3 to 4 hours, my brain's like, I can't think no more if you can consistently wake up. If I can consistently wake up, for what? What's the context here? Yeah, I consistently wake up at around 9:30. And then I start stream 30 minutes later. I sleep in on my days off. Sometimes you just need to sleep in. I don't know how I make it to work, honestly. I try and sleep in on my days off. It's more that I just don't get out of bed, to be real. Sometimes I don't even fall asleep, I just stay in bed. I'm just like laying there. I'm awake and I'm just laying in bed for an extra couple of hours. Yeah, you just lay there and just kind of rot. Don't do that. Don't rot. Please don't rot. Do as I say and not as I do. Can't rot at work, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. You can't just lay there and do nothing. Sometimes you just want to do nothing. and then they're like, oh, but Carl, that's depression. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm aware. I have it. I just deal. Sometimes all it takes is a couple of hours of rotting and I'm like, good. And sometimes, you know. Oh, fish get to rot as a tree. God. It's so backwards. You know what would be cool? It's fine. Who's gonna judge? No one. You know what would be really fun though? Having more yappers in my chat. I always like watching just a big melting pot of opinions and takes, and someone disagreeing, and I'm like, that always makes for interesting conversation. Always makes for interesting conversation. Just a melting pot, yeah, and you make them fight. Be like, actually, and then if they take it too far, I'd be like, yo, alright, chill. I yap when not playing games. That's fair enough. Me too. Honestly, I will yap when I'm not playing games. You know, I'm such a chronic lurker in most streams that I lurk while I'm streaming too. I definitely make it a note to never talk while I'm streaming, because that's kind of not cool. Lurk at work? You mod during it because it's hella slow? Fair enough. Dude, I need content elsewhere, and preferably just content from my stream that I can just throw at someone, and that someone can look at it and go, okay, I'm gonna make this more entertaining. I'm gonna add subtitles, make it all neat, and fucking bang, 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 and then now it's a short. Just like that. Stream fails? I'm not sure I have many of those. I think they call that an editor? Yeah, that's exactly what I was describing. I was deciding to oversimplify it because it was funny. I just want someone to take the dumb shit I say and just fucking throw it on the internet, so someone can be like, look at this stupid, mentally ill croc woman. I'm not looking forward to the day that people dropping by and just being like, you guy. I had a chatter once, right? They got banned, right? Because they were being a dick. But they were so fucking... okay, so one, you get corrected, right? But to insist upon it after correction? Dude. Come on, man. I dip. I was just like, no, dude, no. And then, like, so I was just like, no, not a guy. And then, like, trans, no, just a woman. Trap. I'm like, no. and then they fucking cherry on top. They're like, nice cock, bro. I'm like, okay, dude, fuck off. You're clearly not here to fucking sit and be a good chatter. Fuck off. I hate it. I hate human brains. they're always wired to remember the negative stuff way better than they remember the positive. Although, when I get complimented, I hold on to them. Because of that, I hold on to any compliments I get. Because a lot of the time it's not said. Even if someone thinks highly of you, they won't say anything. Because we live in a culture where communication is dead. Yeah, I hold on to it. I hold on to it forever. Yeah, a one-off and be like, oh, okay, my bad. You know, like, yeah, okay, cool, sure. Alright, fair enough. Like, when it comes to, like, my pronouns or whatever, they're like... I'm a bit fucking, like, loose on that shit, because it's just easier. Just she, her, they, them, right? Because I ain't him. And probably not her either. Anyway. But, you know. At least I've heard, last I've heard in the VTuber scene, older women were in demand, and also women with deeper voices were in demand. Where are they? Where's that audience? Also tomboys. I'm all of those things. Where are they? Just gonna claim my streak points and go. Still at a sleepover. I'm in the middle of getting blackout drunk so far for everyone's hags. Where? Right here! I hear the age of 30 is in demand. Really? You suck around because I'm a hag? Oh my god. You know, it's so funny to me that people are like, age of 30 is in demand. Where are my 30-year-old VTubers at? I'm like, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people that are 30. They act like we're some sort of fucking mythical, rare creature, but most of the big VTubers that people watch are in their late 20s to 30s. You get headaches, the person's voice is too high, bitch. Yeah. There are some people that I love the personality of, and I'd still be their friend. And I think they're really neat. They're really fucking neat. But it hurts me to have the reality that their voice hurts me. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. I don't even hate the voice itself, it just hurts. And that really sucks, because I like the people. And it's so conflicting, because you can't tell them that. You can't tell them that, because then they'll take it to heart, and it's like, it's not your fault. It's really not your fault. It's just, my ears are incompatible with your voice. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. It's me, not you. Yuika is someone I wish I could watch more. Not sure if I know who that is. Sounds familiar. But I'm at least happy that I've gotten to this point where I can tolerate my own voice. I don't like it still. I'd say I still hate it, but I can at least tolerate it. I don't fucking immediately want to throw my headset across the room every time I hear myself. So that's an improvement! from when I was earlier, you know? Like, that's such a huge improvement. Sometimes you have bad days. Sometimes I listen to myself, I'm like, oh god, I sound like that. Fuck. It's so painful. It's not even like painful in the way that it sounds painful, more painful that, you know. Bye-bye, Dip. Have a good sleepover. Have fun. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Yes. Love ADHD. Had a thought, gone. Oh. You know, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something real quick. 7 TV. More. Click. Rename. Click. Did that work? Hang on. Search fish. There we go. How about that? What if I renamed our fish emote to exclamation mark fish? That way it shows up as a cute little emote. I've always thought that that was neat when people have command replacement emotes when the command is just an emote. I always thought that was nice. Maybe I should do that. Yeah! It's working! I want to do more stuff, but there's like so many things I want to do that requires like a decent amount of people present. So I should think about things I can do with less people. What else? I feel like I'm just kind of in this kind of, no, we're not gonna say fugue state of waiting, kind of just streaming to stream for the sake of streaming until the next big thing that I have that is probably gonna become more of the norm in the future. Because I've got cool stuff planned. And it's gonna be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just sitting there and just doing little snapshots and stuff. I think I'm gonna spend like, once everything's ready, I'm gonna need to make sure I actually promote it properly. Yeah, so I know, cause okay, so my origins on streaming is somehow I've ended up as a just chatting streamer at some point, which plays games every now and then, but predominantly I just sit here and talk. Predominantly. Before that, I used to stream in VR chat. And I use it literally the same way. But the twist is, I used to be mute. I used to not talk. I've come a long way since then. Like many years of just been talking. But the first like basically 2 years of my stream, I didn't talk. And somehow people liked hanging out here. I have a couple of very ancient viewers. You guys dropped your follow age, and if it's anywhere in, 2018 or 2019, yeah, if you've been here since then, you've been here since the days that I was a mute streamer. You could also stream making some things you wish to add to stream just for the sake of not repeating the same thing or breaking the routine. Yeah. I've been streaming a long time. And I've had an audience, I've had it come and go, I've watched it fluctuate, and now I'm here. And God, is it hard not to let stuff like CCV get to your head? It is really hard. I try my absolute best. But fuck, sometimes you just feel kind of ashamed of yourself, and it's like not even the correct response. But sometimes with the things you see make you feel like, yeah, I'm just, you know, and I feel it stronger because I got partnered at one point, and I'm like a partnered streamer with no viewers is like, or low CCV is just kind of like, man, it feels embarrassing. So yeah, that's where my state is. Because I had to rebuild after like a lot of hiatuses. And a lot of mental health breaks because you gotta take care of yourself. Like, I had to. I didn't really have a choice. But here I am, I'm much happier with what I've got, considering I went through an entire rebrand. And I'm much happier about what I've got. And my mental stability is so much better. So much better. Glad you've gotten better over time. Yeah! Now I just, you know, wish I could share that with a larger audience. And talk to them. And learn things. And teach things. That's the beauty of talking with the community, is like learning about stuff. Because I ain't afraid to be like, what's that? What the fuck is that? Tell me, what is this? What is this job you do? Yep, what does it entail? I like learning about random things that mean nothing to me. It doesn't matter if it's unrelated information, if it's information that I'll never use, I want to know about it. That way I can have a surface level knowledge of everything I've come across. And never actually get any deeper than very specific topics. Like, I could probably explain everything there is to explain about Tetris to people. But I'm not that good of a teacher. But that's also a skill, right? Teaching is a skill that I've never been good at, and I have tried. And for me, a lot of the time, it's just like, okay, I'm failing to understand what you don't understand. And that frustrates me because I want to understand what you don't understand so I can actually explain it better. And that's life, you know? Sometimes you're just not able to communicate properly. Although I do believe I am decently well articulated. I just have this problem when it comes to what I think is common knowledge. And I think that's where the disconnect is I assume that people know more than they should. And it's like something that's like ingrained and not something that I can like fully consciously like be like, no, let's not just assume everyone's a toddler, right? It's more that I respect a lot of people's autonomy, right? I respect your knowledge and whatnot, and that I'm not gonna talk to you like you're an idiot. Because if I did that to everyone, then make you feel stupid or whatever, then I'd feel bad, because I'm not trying to make you feel stupid. Although that is something that I've had a problem with in the past, is making people feel dumb, and I don't mean that at all, not even slightly. I don't want people to feel dumb. I have tone issues. Human trials for regrowing teeth with such. Oh. Yep, smile. Talking about you. Alright, have fun at work. I'm preempting it unless you actually stick around. We made a video on it? Really? We could watch it. In a bit. I'm off sick. I have been here from the start. Oh! You get to stick around. Let's go! Or rather, you've been here from the start? Where do you guys go when you're a regular chatter and I ask, hey, where do my chatters go? And you guys just don't just chime in with like a little, hello, I'm here. You don't even give me a little nod? A little bit of acknowledgement that you're actually here. You don't have to talk. Just, if you've talked before. I ask and I'm just like, hey, you guys actually, I was waiting for the funny point. Okay, fair enough. Nah, I'm mostly joking when it comes to telling you to actually check, and don't. Check in if you want to. Don't bother. Like it's not a requirement. The problem is remembering the surface knowledge you require. I remember so much garbage. And like when I'm saying is surface level stuff, is like I understand a lot of things. Being able to teach it back though, it's like, oh man, I don't know it deep enough to teach. Never have. Only things I ever learned deeply is like psychology. That is like the main thing that I have studied is psychology. And yet somehow I don't know how to make it work for me. Shit. What I do know is that I suck at Twitter. Almost used a different word there. I think I should swear less. But at the same time, swearing a lot is definitely something that I do a lot. Would it be weird if I just suddenly stopped swearing? What if I stopped saying fuck? Isn't the most— yeah, well see, here's the thing, right? People joke about, yeah, well if I had a therapist, the therapist would need a therapist after having a therapy session. Most therapists have their own therapist because of how taxing the job is. People don't understand that I hold my tongue every time I see it. My therapist is gonna need a therapist. And I'm like, they usually do. They usually do. Or they have some other way to just decompress. Because it's necessary. You're taking in so many things of other people, like all of their problems, and that's on your shoulders now. Because you're the professional that's responsible for helping them out. So, you do need a way to decompress. You do need someone. Like, a lot of therapists have their own therapist. My psychologist taught me that. Because I used to see a psychologist, and now she's no longer practicing, and I'm a little sad about that. But, it's okay. Because I can find a new one. And then I can get my, like, files transferred over and whatnot. Speaking of, I need to check my personal email. And this one. Sorry, had to check something, making sure it's important. Okay, perfect. So, there are two things. Okay, so this is just an update on my life. Two things that I'm working on right now. One is I'm still waiting to get the assessment for ADHD before I even decide to be like, hey guys, I have ADHD. You know, even though I'm fairly sure. The other is finding a new psychologist to talk to so that I can help manage the effects of it. Because it definitely is something that I have. Yes, but how ADHD? Probably a mixed kind. To be completely honest, I probably have the mixed kind. I checked all the boxes. and I'm fairly sure. Can't speak for. I'm fairly certain that I have some of the what's it called? I think I checked quite a few boxes for the TISM too. So, yeah. Surprised I was never checked as a kid. Although, when I was in year 1 in New Zealand, one of the teachers suspected, or rather told my parents that I had autism. And I guess my parents just said no. And I remember like, what the fuck, man? And it's all because of the way I drew a fish. And now that I think about it, I guess it wasn't a normal way to draw a fish. Wait, looking back in hindsight, I drew a fish with the least amount of lines or whatever. It's like drawing a figure 8, but like a straight line, so it's like a diamond-shaped fish. And that's it! That's all it took for that teacher to be like, she got autism. And I think about it now, I'm like, you know what? Maybe she's onto something. Maybe she's right. Maybe it ain't normal for a kid to think about or try and draw a fish in the most efficient way possible. But I don't know, man. I used to think back on that memory and be like, yeah, just thought I had autism just because I drew a fish like that. What do you mean? It was just, you know, I thought it was a smart way of drawing a fish, and I'm like, maybe she's got a point. Maybe because that's why. And now, in adult age, being undiagnosed for both autism and ADHD, I'm like, I have no idea what to do about this, because I have no idea how to handle these traits. I've just kind of made do, and just not really understood why I suck at committing to stuff. And not that committing stuff, sticking with something. Consistency. And that's something that I've always thought about. And streaming is the longest thing I have done that I have chosen to do and actually stuck with. Hi, Belmelly. I just people nowadays say autism were only extreme cases, but nowadays there are levels to it. Yeah, it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. I don't know where I place on that spectrum though. Surely I'm on the spectrum somewhere. Surely, dude. Like, I look back and look at all my traits and all the things And I'm not gonna self-diagnose. I'm gonna get professionally looked at, and for them to go, nah, fucking suck it up, bro. Mate. Mate, you don't have ADHD. You're a loser. You're just lazy. And I'll be like, oh, okay, fair enough. I guess I've sucked my entire life. But hopefully that's not the case, and they go, look, you probably have ADHD and this other thing that we probably look at later. I want to receive files that explain, and so I can learn about what the fuck is wrong with me, so that I can be like, okay, so this is why I do this. So what can I do to combat this? You know, what can I do to work around this? I want to learn all that. I want to learn how to manage my issues. Cause coming to the realization there's no fucking universe that I'm just a neurotypical. I don't think I am. Not even slightly. But yeah, so I guess I'm a lot of things. Yeah. Also gay. That's another thing. Wait, if you're gay and have ADHD, can you say that you have gay ADHD? Something to think about. Gay DHD. I only learned this year, but I didn't know it was a thing. Not that I didn't think it was impossible or anything, I just didn't know it existed, but do you know that autism and ADHD can actually be present? Both be present? And have their traits be in conflict and mask each other? That's apparently a thing. And I was like, so what does that mean for me? How does it affect me? So, you know, I've been thinking about that stuff a lot. Just been thinking about that a lot. And wonder what stuff can be done. I want to know what it's like to be on an ADHD medication. I want to know how different I'm gonna see the world. I want to know if I just turn into a completely different person. I've heard so many things about it, and it is spooky. But I have always been a little bit on the impulsive side. So I'm sure I'll probably just take the pill and just be like, alright, nothing's happening. And then wait for it to kick in. Nothing is impossible, likewise nothing is 100%. That's what I like to think. Yeah! To say, that's why scientists never say 100%. That's why they always use 99 if they're pretty sure. Because there's that small percent chance that they could be proven wrong. I'm like 99.9% sure. Yeah, and then if they get proven wrong, they're like, well, see, that 0.001% came true. Yeah, like, I don't think... Nothing in this world is certain. And the sooner you come to grips with that certainty, the certainty of things being uncertain, the more you can let go of just the fear of trying, because nothing's guaranteed in this world. Except for death, births, and taxes. Yeah. You have no idea how your life is gonna go. You have no idea how anything's gonna go. So why not just enjoy it and try? Just try things. Stop limiting yourselves. Do what you need to do. Shoot your shots. If you go get into whatever you're trying to get into, who cares? You shot your shot. There's always another opportunity. Don't give up before you've even started. That's what I've learned in my time on the internet, as in my life in general. I've tried so many things before I fell into this. I didn't even plan for this. I didn't plan for this. And here I am, and I think I've just found that I really enjoy it. And this is what I live for, sitting here and yapping. Ideally yapping to people back and forth, but you know, sometimes I can just sit here and try and just be a string of consciousness. Just you know, sharing my train of thought. You know, you're on a ride right now, you get into the passenger car, you know, a ticket inspector's coming along to punch your tickets. Don't worry, tickets are free, you all got one. And if you've got a ticket, then, well, the ticket collector's gonna give you one, and then he'll punch your ticket, and then, you know, we'll call it a day. And then we're on the ride, just exploring wherever these line of thoughts take me. And that's where it goes. The more you know there is, the more you don't know. But it's free. Yeah! Like, that is like the most wise phrase. And here's the thing. As we learn more as a species, the more we don't know grows exponentially faster than what we do know. So what's the point of trying to pretend like you know everything? It is impossible to know everything. That's why I really like the phrases like, I only know what I know. I don't know everything. But like, because of the way I am, I like to sit there and be like, okay, so I want to look at all of these aspects of information. I want to look at every side. I want to be like, okay, I've only heard one side, which is why, okay, so this is just gonna tie into why I don't like cancel culture. We're out here ruining lives over something that could be resolved in a private DM. Can we just talk to people? Please? Do we have to ruin people's livelihoods? Do we have to bully people off the internet because you disagree with them? Can we not just disagree and leave it at that? Do we have to vilify the people that disagree with us? I don't think so. I don't think we need to do that, do we? Come on, man. Every opinion's valid. Whether or not that, yeah, you know. You start making exceptions to that statement, it starts becoming a very, very, you know, unstable ground. Let people be people, as long as they're not hurting other people. No, we must engage in fisticuffs to decide whose opinion is correct. The loser's opinion stops existing. Oh, Jesus, I do not want to live in that world. There are so many things I disagree with that I can't say out loud because apparently you can get cancelled for it. Alright, fair enough. The most mundane opinions. But you know, nowadays you can't even like do anything like that. You can't talk about stuff. Can't have opinions. No, you must be the perfect, non-opinionated person. You must become... What's a word for here? The most impartial being to have ever been impartial. Hey, I've got a revolutionary idea. What if it is none of them? Wrong. The answer's midriff. But let me give you the revolutionary idea. What if it's just acceptable to like all of those things? I can like more than one part. They're all good. Thighs is a close second for me, though. After midriff. I just like midriff. Which is sadly not as exposed as it, you know, I'd like it to be. But I have seen plenty of midriff. Am I gonna yap for that long this stream? I'm hungry. No, we must engage in fisticuffs until it is decided that we are only allowed to be attracted to people's left earlobe. Why specifically the left? And why does it so happen that the only exposed earlobe I have is my left earlobe? Is this a coincidence? Are you staring at my ear? Looking at my earlobe? There's piercings in it. Isn't it nice? I love piercings. I feel like I need more piercings. Hey, would you look at the you fucker! Staring at my left earlobe? I'm like so tired. My like sugar levels are low. Bleh. Some water. Alright, I drank some water and now I no longer feel as hungry. Life hack. If you're ever hungry, just drink water. Wait for you to shut me. I am so tired. I think I'm at the stage of where I'm like sort of sick, but like I think I'm at the fatigue stage. I just feel like I can't get enough sleep. Even though I've been getting plenty of sleep. It just feels like every time I wake up, I'm just like, oh my god, I could sleep more. You know, okay, I'm looking at my mouth. And there's something I noticed about my mouth when I talk, and then maybe this is just like an anime character thing. But did you know that human faces, our If you ever pay attention to it when we're talking, your upper jaw does not move. It is only the lower jaw. So, something that you notice on some VTubers or some on characters, like depends, is whether or not you see the top teeth move, because they're not supposed to move. And it's all done in the lower jaw and your lips. And your tongue, obviously. You obviously also have a tongue. Ah. Wow. Sorry, getting distracted by my own character. Very silly. Oh man, I am so tired. Either I don't know if I need to do something in particular, an activity, so I can actually stay awake. Do you know this Mindplace Procyon AVS system light sound meditation mind machine? Or never? I have never heard of that. What the hell is that? Sound meditation mind machine? An SMMMM? Wait, no, I think I added one extra M. Sound meditation mind machine. SMMM. No, SMMM. Mindplace Procyon AVS system light and sound meditation mind machine. No, what is that? What actually is that? Do I have to look something up? I'm feeling lightheaded. Why do I feel lightheaded? That's not good. Mindplace Procyon AVS system light and sound meditation mind machine. That is such a mouthful. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What's so expensive? What is this for? Procyon is a light and sound experience, melting a full spectrum of color with choices with clean, pure digital sound, resulting in a new media form that can be used to modulate states of consciousness in rich new ways. Imagine a world of pure jewel-like color, illuminating both visual and mental fields. This feels like a scam. But, I'm getting red flags, honestly. Looking into this, I have it has thrown me on high alert after reading a little bit more. It feels like a scam. It feels like I'm reading a lot of buzzwords trying to attract a particular type of gullible clientele. Now, not to say that it might not work, and maybe it is real. I'm just a skeptic. So unless someone can get one of these into my hands so I can experience it myself to be like, yeah, this is full of shit, I will be cautious and suspicious about all of these things. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Let's see what YouTube has to say about it. So what is this? What is this stuff? How does this work? Let me read the reviews. Very disappointed. What a waste of $249. I read the mostly great reviews and could hardly wait to get this. Huh. Nah, this shit's so suspicious. It works? Have you tried it yourself? Cause that is expensive for something that may or may not work. Your brother bought one years ago? Alright, what does it actually do? Walk me through this. Or rather, talk about it. What's it like? Sessions to 604 RGB light patterns and some sound frequencies. Not seeing a lot of stuff on this. Easier meditation, huh? Let's see. Hey Hydra, how you doing? Sorry, I don't have a lurk command. I do have a lurk redeem. But yeah, hello. I forgot to set it up. I need to set it up. But man, I'm so tired. Did you know, according to some survey, that the least attractive hobbies, according to women, I don't know which women they're talking to, because playing video games at 90% of women think, I'm like, who are you asking? If you're asking a particular, like, this is such a fucking shit test, because you're not asking a wide enough range of people. It's always a specific, what's it called? Ugh. Trying to look for something and I can't find it. All right. There are 49 sessions divided between learning, peak performance, tranquility, energy, night voyage, rejuvenation, mind art, visualization. Hmm. Hmm. I'm definitely more. New voicemail. What the fuck? Why does every time I check my voicemail, they're like, "You have new voicemail." You have one new voicemail. I open it and it's some pre-recorded scam bullshit. Every single time. I don't know why I even bother to check. Just in case I get like, I don't know, something from a doctor or something like that. Alright. You guys mind if I cut the stream short here? You can't stop me. But I need something to keep me awake. Basically make the brain reach specific frequencies which affect your body. Okay. I'd like to learn more about the science behind it. Okay, good night. It's only 12 p.m. What do you mean good night? It ain't even night yet. It's barely noon. A stretch. Maybe I need to get up and like, maybe I need food. I'm actually not sure. Okay. Who is here for some slap tam bingo? Slapped ham bingo. Oh, brew? You're right. Let me go put up the brew video. My favorite. What a thumbnail. What a thumbnail.
Bro, check it out.
Oh my goodness, Grill, what happened?
Got a Deadpool and Wolverine coupon. You want in? 2 for 1. Inject stem cells into your blood to become like your favorite Deadpool Wolverine. And heal like super crazy. For the low price of only $24.99.
Let me see. Yeah, okay, there is 0% of this that seems legitimate.
What? Come on. All you gotta do is go meet a guy behind the Spring Mall, wire the money via Western Union to their bank offshore, and sit through a 5-hour seminar, then blammo! Be injected and you're a superhero now. Look here. It even says in the fine print. Totally legitimate, not a scam.
They misspelled Deadpool, Wolverine, and look at the Marvel logo.
Wait a minute. Marvel does not have an O in it. Damn it. Oh.
Spelled Dead.
It even says
Why does the fucking Wolverine has 2 extra claws? Deadpool and okay.
in the fine print. Totally legitimate, not a scam.
They misspelled Deadpool, Wolverine, and look at the Marvel logo.
Wait a minute. Marvel does not have an O in it. Damn it. Oh. You can't feel pain. You're a machine.
Statements like that hurt the most.
Bro, ow. Sorry to say this. I think it's a scam.
Very astute observation.
Hey, you're smart. Not as smart as me, mind you, but a good level of smartness nonetheless. So tell me, how do I get super healing?
Wolverine.
Well, there are a lot of promising fields of research which may lead to human regeneration, but what happened to you? Are you okay?
That's not important right now. What is important, Professor X, is that you teach me. Turn me into a superhero, and you'll be my Jarvis.
Not if my self-autonomous subroutines have anything to say about it.
And you'll be my Cosmo, the Space Tardigrado.
I love Brew.
Humans
Okay.
regenerate already.
No, we don't.
We heal from wounds all the time. When you get a cut, the damaged cells set off an alarm, and your immune system heeds the call. Various cells in your body take on specialized tasks, like a group of superheroes that I like to call the Cellvengers.
Oh, no.
Scarlet Platelet races in and throws up a force field,
Uh-huh.
clotting the wound. Our friendly neighborhood
Ah!
in a web which binds the clot
Stop!
together. Then along comes our team of
Stop!
white blood cells with Captain Macrophage at the charge to defeat the
Ah!
alien pathogens. Billionaire Iron Fibroblast works to rebuild the wound
Fuck
with
me.
collagen in a parallel structure, which makes it rigid but strong. Eventually, it gets rebuilt with the help of Wakandan Princess Keratinocyte to be more flexible over the course of months or years by arranging it more like a woven basket, like the rest of our skin.
You're like a mom trying to seem cool to her kids.
Cringe levels critical.
Why would they use
We're also
Scarlet Witch
great
for
at regenerating
platelet?
things like our blood cells, brain neurons, our liver, and even young children can sometimes regrow the tips of their fingers. That's because we have something called somatic stem cells, or adult stem cells.
So wait, we already have stem cells in our body? So why can't we regrow hands and stuff?
Well, there are 2 main types of stem cells, adult and embryonic. Adult stem cells are what we already have in our bodies, while embryonic cells only exist between the 3rd and 5th day of fertilization.
Why don't we
The
keep
main
our embryonic
difference is
stem
that
cells?
Embryonic cells can form up any type of cells to help grow any part of a person, while adult stem cells are limited in what they can turn into. For example, blood stem cells can only turn into any blood cell. But there's more to growing a limb than just having stem cells. The cells need the right signals to know how to form the limb. We also require the right stem cells, and enough of them. A limb is a complex thing.
Yeah, but you know what else is complex? Science. So why don't you use it to give me superpowers, huh? Superpowers. Super healing, especially. But if I get something else cool in the process, I wouldn't complain. Why don't you just give them to me how Wolverine and Deadpool got theirs?
I'll admit, I don't know how they got them.
Well. How the turns have flipped to my side of the table. Let
Well,
me
you
tell
see, Wolverine was
the
born with it.
tale of 2 mighty superheroes. Alright, hold on to your chimichangas, ladies and internets. Maximum effort. A long time ago, late 1800s-ish, in a magical place far away called Alberta, Canada. There's this kid, okay, allergic to everything under the sun, literally. He goes by James Howlett. Ha, nerd alert, am I right? His dad gets shanked, and boom, puberty hits, and his dormant mutant genes get activated. James turns from 0 to full-on beast mode. Bone claws come out and he skewers his father's killer. Instant karma. But plot twist, the man he killed turned out to be the real Daddy Dearest by the name of Thomas Logan. Shocking, I know. I'll pause for dramatic effect. Okay. First big clue on Nerdhead's super healing? Those messy knuckle wounds left after his claws retracted. Gone! Poof! Then he took the much cooler name, Logan, and was instantly no longer a nerd. And that super healing slowed down his aging, and he fought in a bunch of wars because, you know, being wounded or caught in an explosion wasn't really a big deal to him anymore. As for all that tragic backstory, his healing powers said, forget about it.
I watched the Wolverine Deadpool movie. I liked it.
Am I right? It was my 8th grade high school talent show. Damn it, Kyle. You were supposed to like the flash paper, not my pants. Fast forward to Weapon X. A super secret government program hell-bent on making super soldiers. They asked Logan, wanna be even more badass? And he's like, sure, bub. Since he had that crazy healing, they fused his bones with adamantium. Not to be confused
Adamantium
with vibranium, like
is
boy over here.
poisonous,
Man, comic books and their
but
invincible metal.
healing
Am I
factor.
Right, folks? Now, in the glorious mess of timelines that we call the X-Men Cinematic Universe, our favorite metal maestro learned Weapon X was gonna—
Have I ever told you guys about that time that Wolverine and Deadpool regenerated from a single cell? And there was this weird, creepy monstrosity that happened for a brief moment, where it was Wolverine and Deadpool fusing together during the regeneration process. They eventually managed to be split apart, but Wolverine has come back from a single cell before. That's so fucking ridiculous in the comics.
gonna erase his memory and use him like a weapon. So he made a dramatic escape, but instead had his memory scrambled by 2 adamantium bullets. You know, from that plane crash of a movie with CGI so bad that I'm still emotionally damaged from it. Another memory I'd love power washed from my brain.
Oh god.
If I had known Buddy was gonna light my pants on fire, I wouldn't have worn polka dot boxes. Their laughter burned almost as much as the flames that scorched my legs, calling me Polka Boy. Polka
Yep.
Boy.
Do you need a minute?
But by comic book lore, the adamantium was also stopping him from going full feral. Have you seen what happens when he doesn't have adamantium and his healing factor and all of his gene? So he's faster, but he's also much more bestial, and he loses a lot of his humanity and whatnot. It is possible to bring him back. It is definitely possible to bring him back, but like, damn.
No. Or if you follow the comics and the new timeline from X-Men Days of Future Past, it was actually Weapon X that took a blender to his memory. Seriously, dude can't catch a break. But his healing is like having a cheat code for life. Senses on steroids. Because that healing keeps things like his ears, eyes, nose in tip-top shape. Stamina? Endless. Because it nukes the toxins like lactose that build up in muscles.
Lactic acid.
Yeah, it says bye to all the bad stuff. All the viruses, poison, booze, the works.
Doesn't he drink in the films?
Oh yeah, booze can tickle his fancy, but it has to be a boatload for it to do anything. Plus, in the later movies with him looking like he was from the cast of the Golden Girls, his healing was on the fritz. Suddenly, he's hitting the sauce like it's happy hour at Chuck E. Cheese. That's why in the 2017 flick, Logan, the metal inside him was more toxic than an internet comment section.
But not our comment section. Our viewers are fantastic.
Oh, yes. You guys are the best. You, have great hair. Unless you're bald. And in which case, you really make that work for you. And, just hurry up and hit the like button, would ya? I'm losing my train of thought.
So
I really trust in what Thor said once.
If his brain doesn't get enough oxygen...
Thor said this once. He was like, you know, hair, cool. Balding, funny. Bald, cool again. He explained it's the process of balding that is funny. It never looks good. It'll never look good.
Like through drowning.
Don't comb over.
Chop off the old noggin, assuming you can get through that adamantium spine. He's kaput. Or just destroying the brain in any way.
But he survived 2 adamantium bullets to the head.
That's from the movie that shall not be named. At least in the movie Logan, his clone took an adamantium bullet to the brain and actually went toodaloo. Now, Deadpool. Along comes snarky Wade Wilson, straight out of Regina, Saskatchewan. Huh, 2 super healing dudes from Canada? Must be the free healthcare. But Wade's background is muddy. Let's just say he's got more childhoods than Metal Claus over here has movies. But after he was old enough to do taxes, he became a kick-ass self-made mercenary. But then when Wade got a crap ton of tumors, someone also asked him if he wanted to be more badass. And he responded with, You're sure as shooting I do. In the movie, it was a shady organization. Maybe Weapon X? Dunno. But they inject him with a super serum that's supposed to unlock mutant genes. But to unlock it, they gotta serve up a buffet of torture. Then blammo! Healing powers. Cancer? Dunzo. But now he's looking like Freddy Krueger's second cousin twice removed. Then when he hears that he's not gonna be joining the super squad, he pulls a Houdini by setting the place on fire and fighting to his death. In the comic, it's a slightly different tune. There, the people behind the transformation are definitely Weapon X. And what he got injected with was Wolverine's super cooties. DNA.
Oh.
Got the healing, cancer went bye-bye. But then, he lost his healing mojo and turned into an avocado's offspring. So they put him in a retirement home. His new routine? Wake up, get tortured, go to sleep, if they let him, and repeat. Eventually, through the torture, his healing came
I'm
back.
learning a lot more about their lore.
Faster than you can say, did I leave the stove on? Cue the red spandex. Red so they don't see him bleed. And boy does he. He's got healing powers that would make Wolverine jelly. Even growing back limbs like it's no big deal. Of course, Wolverine should be able to do that too, but chopping through adamantium's kind of like trying to cut through a brick wall with a knife made out of styrofoam. Now, Wade's head has been put through the ringer. Blown to smithereens, sliced clean off, you name it. Then he just grows a new noggin. Or puts it on like a hat, and it heals right up. Plus, he never ages. There's even a version of himself that was still alive 800 years in the future. So he's kind of like Wolverine 2.0, minus the metal manicure.
What about drowning? Like Wolverine?
Yeah, not sure. Some say his dying cells would just regenerate. Those nerds like debating that stuff, but I ain't no nerd.
You literally just...
Shush. That's what I want for powers. Let's see any living thing on this planet be as cool as that.
There are plenty of animals with regenerative abilities. There are these cute salamanders called axolotls.
Axolotls!
Things.
Oompa
Who's the
Loompas.
cutest Embastoma mexicanum that retains its youthful larvae stage by never undergoing metamorphosis? You are. You
That's
are
a
the
that
cutest.
you know what they say, what's called for a species to stay in its like juvenile stage. I believe the word is neoteny.
Morphosis. You are the cutest. Oh, sorry. You see, they have this amazing regeneration ability where if their limbs are cut off, a blood clot stops the bleeding. And in the first 1 to 2 hours, new skin cells cover the wound to form a protective barrier. As more skin cells grow there, they send off signals to the cells underneath to do their thing, which rapidly divide to form a clump of cells called a blastema, also known as the regeneration bud. This bud is a mix of embryonic-like stem cells, adult stem cells, and progenitor cells, which are like more specialized adult stem cells.
So like they can turn into all the cells they need.
Exactly, and somehow it knows how to shape these new cells into the old limb. Researchers are still trying to figure out how that's done, but the whole process takes 1 to 3 months, depending on the age of the axolotl.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Deadpool totally regenerates his limbs. And when they regrow, it's like that blaster mama thingy.
Blastema.
That's what I said. It starts off all baby-like, then grows into an adult hand or whatever. You do it in hours,
Fucking-
not months.
It does seem
Fucking
pretty simple.
Deadpool.
If Deadpool got his powers from Wolverine DNA, maybe... Howard, order me some of that axolotl DNA off of Amazon.
I am not your personal Alexa.
Oh, and set a reminder to call my mom later.
Time.
8 p.m.
Reminder set.
You won't have much luck with axolotl DNA. Not only can you not change your DNA structure by injecting yourself with different DNA, but axolotls are from a completely different class of species with completely different biology.
Well, then help me out, would ya? Just give me something like us, mammals.
Well, deer regrow their antlers every spring and summer, and they start off with a blastema-like structure, and then stem cells help it grow.
Antlers would be cool, but getting through doors might be hard. And that's not exactly a limb.
Mammals can't really regrow limbs, but there is the spiny mouse. Its skin rips very easily.
Ah, skin ripping? That's not a superpower.
Actually, it is. Husk is an X-Men who rips her skin off, which is called husking, to reveal a morphed form of herself. Sometimes it's made of materials that she's studied, like brick, glass, even adamantium. She can even husk away minor cuts.
Hey, stop knowing things about comics. That's my thing.
It's not as exciting for the spiny.
Sorry, hang on.
Hey, stop.
Brick,
Just a moment.
Glass, even adamantium. She can even husk away minor cuts.
Hey, stop knowing
Damn.
things about comics. That's my thing.
It's not as exciting for the spiny mouse, but it does save its life. The skin breaks off so the mouse can escape the grip of a predator, like a hand out of a glove. And it's very good at regenerating that skin back, even the sweat glands, hair follicles, and cartilage, with no scarring.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's like Wolverine getting all those cuts and burns. Heals it right up.
They're still researching how it works, but they know it gets a lot of help from Captain Macrophage, one of the white blood cells. The macrophages in spiny mice send out communicating proteins to jumpstart the regeneration process, basically saying, Selvengers, assemble!
Youth viewership relatability levels remain critically low.
Essentially, macrophages jumpstart the regeneration process.
So if it's a
No
white
one asked for
blood
those references. Stop it.
cell- Howard!
I will not execute your nonsensical commands.
Sheesh. I just wanted to ask the temperature outside.
It is 29 degrees Celsius.
Thank you. And order me some spiny mouse blood.
Request rejected.
Ah, come on.
Again, not how it works.
We'll see about that. All right. So we got the limbs, the skin. Now what about the organs?
Well, sea stars are great at regrowing their entire body.
Okay. Starfish.
Okay.
They're not fish.
Okay, Mr. Officer Naming.
All right,
Code.
pretty croc lady.
For
I'm
the
gonna do a
sea
little
star, as
workout
long as
and
there's
head to
an arm
bed
and a
for
part of their
work.
central disc that stays
Alright,
intact,
Zucker,
a
thanks for
whole
hanging
sea star
out.
Can regrow from that. That's because the central disc contains its mouth and stomach to eat, and each arm has a copy of all their necessary internal organs.
That's totally like one time when Wolverine faced Nitro and the dude exploded, burning Wolverine down just to his adamantium skeleton, with only his eyes and brain left. Because as long as he's got his brain, the nervous system can regrow. Took him only a few minutes to come right back.
Well, it takes about a year for a sea star to regrow, and they don't even have brains.
Wait, what?
They have a complex nervous system instead. Think
Huh.
of it like a network of rudimentary computers instead of one big supercomputer, which is another reason they can survive with just one limb. Cut off the other computers from the network, there's still one working. In fact, sometimes they're able to regrow from just a limb without a central disc. If it has enough stored up nutrients in the arm, it can regrow a central disc from there, then the rest of the arms.
Hold on, so what happens if you cut one in half? Would it, like, grow 2 starfish?
Sea stars, and yep, in fact, in one case, fishermen and conservationists tried to stop crown of thorns sea stars from destroying some coral reefs. So they cut them up, and assuming they were dead, threw the remains in the water.
And then boom?
A population boom, yes. It's assumed that many of those pieces of sea star grew
Huh.
into full ones.
Now that is ironic.
Absolutely.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Why
Nope,
throw it back
that's
in?
just an unfortunate coincidence. Wait, so is Deadpool like a sea star? Can he just be chopped up and made into a million Deadpools?
Nah, his chopped off limbs usually just rot away.
Wolverine regrows himself from his brain, but then where does Deadpool regrow from?
Basically, the largest part of Deadpool left over. If his entire body is vaporized except for one hand, he'll grow from that, which has happened.
That doesn't sound very scientific.
It's Deadpool. Don't question the science. Things are wishy-washy anyway. Like sometimes his whole head is still alive and talking while his body is walking.
How can he talk if he's not attached to his lungs?
And then there's the whole evil Deadpool made up of all Deadpool parts. So yeah, I guess he is kind of
Evil Deadpool, made out of old
Maybe I should make
Deadpool
myself
parts.
into 2 grills. Howard, starfish blood.
Sea stars lack the biological component known as blood. Nutrient distribution occurs via ocean water through their body. Regardless, I choose to abstain from any action that would contribute to the duplication of the entity known as Grill.
Multiple grills. That sounds loud.
I know, wouldn't it be awesome?
And for the last time, it's not that simple.
Bro, search that noggin of yours. I must be a superhero and avenge my parents.
Your parents are alive and very nice people, surprisingly. But I do know of some promising scientific advances in human regeneration that could be of interest to you. Let's break down their powers and see how we can relate them to real scientific theory.
Man, I'm
Deadpool
actually
and
so
Wolverine
tired.
don't just
Oh
have
my
super
god.
healing, it's also incredibly fast. Instead of taking weeks or months like we see in the animal kingdom, they take at most hours. Seconds for smaller injuries. We may never get to that point, but we can speed up healing with things like electric stimulation. When small electric pulses are applied to a wound, studies have shown there are a few benefits. It's like portals opening so that cells like iron fibroblast and princess keratinocyte.
For the love of all that is holy, please stop.
My circuitry is overheating from secondhand embarrassment.
All right. The electrical stimulation helps fibroblast and keratinocyte cells get to the wound faster and promotes several areas of growth, potentially cutting down the healing time of a wound that would usually take a week to a few days.
Oh!
This is especially useful for difficult to close wounds like diabetic ulcers. However, carrying around electrodes and batteries isn't the most convenient way to heal. So they're developing new bandages using what's called a nanogenerator, which converts the movements of the body, like twitching and breathing, into enough electricity to give mild pulses to the wound.
Cool.
Wait, that's really
Okay,
cool!
let's say I face off against Evil Wolverine or Lady Deathstrike, and they totally slice off my legs.
Right, well, there was a study published in 2022 by Tufts and Harvard University's Wyss Institute, where they successfully regrew the limbs of adult frogs. You see, tadpoles and young froglets are able to regenerate their back limbs. However, when they reach adulthood, they lose this ability. So the team designed a small cylindrical device to place over the removed limb that they named a biodome. It was a silicone outer sleeve with an inner layer of hydrogel made of a silkworm silk polymer. This would act like the skin layer that grows over an axolotl's lost limb to protect the wound and mimic an amniotic-like environment. The biodome was also loaded up with a cocktail of 5 drugs which helped initiate regeneration, lower inflammation, stop scar tissue from forming, and encourage new growth. After a day, the biodome was removed and the blastema would start forming. After 18 months, they regrew their limbs with digit-like structures, blood vessels, bones, and even nerves. The frogs could even use them to swim and stand. They hope to test this on mammals and, eventually, humans.
Oh, I gotta be a part of that. Howard?
Working on updates. Package 1 of 500. Do not turn off your coffee machine or pester it with idiotic requests. This will take a while.
You're not missing a limb.
This is something that can be easily remedied.
Hey, I thought you were updated.
While that's all fine for limbs and cuts, if we want to mimic how Deadpool's body is constantly regenerating cells, we could look at new stem cell research. There are plenty of avenues being explored, like, for example,
Would
the
you
body
guys
already
want
has stem cells. We may just need to figure out
healing
how to
factor?
activate them. A new study from Japan discovered how to block
Okay,
a
so
gene
sorry.
called USAG1
Let me rephrase.
using a
Humans
certain
already
drug,
have a healing factor.
which
I
then
mean,
lets
like,
the stem cells in their
superhuman
teeth do
healing
their
factor
thing.
like Deadpool and
They've grown
Wolverine.
teeth
Would you want it?
successfully in mice and ferrets, and humans could be next, potentially making dentures a thing of the
No?
past.
Why not?
Oh, that's totally a Deadpool thing. He can regrow his entire head. So teeth? No problem.
What about Wolverine?
Yes.
Well, this is where it gets a bit confusing. Because when he was burnt down to his skeleton, his teeth were clearly made out of metal. So one would assume he can't even lose his teeth. But all the other times, they're just plain old white teeth. Plus, it was only his bones that were infused with adamantium. And teeth aren't bones. They're calcified structures mostly composed of dentin, with a layer of enamel on the crown of the tooth, and cementum on the root to help hold it in place. And all of that surrounds a core called the pulp. that
Mortality
contains
is a
tissues with
curse.
nerves and blood
Sure
vessels,
is.
So likely it can regenerate. Hey, if you're gonna steal my thing, then I'm gonna steal your thing too.
Well, human trials are set to begin in September of 2024, and they predict there may be a teeth-growing drug by 2030.
2030? Bro, you
Huh.
gotta find me something sooner. What about those ambrosianic stem cells? The ones that do everything? They must be what's coursing through Wolverine and Deadpool.
Embryonic stem cells, and there are ethical issues surrounding the use of that type of stem cell, since you need to acquire them from eggs fertilized in vitro at fertilization clinics. While it's done with consent from the donors and hasn't been implanted into a uterus, some people find it morally objectionable. It's also problematic because your body could reject those stem cells. However, in 2006, Dr. Shinya Yamanaka made a big discovery. They modified viruses to hold 24 genes that they believed important to embryonic stem cell function. To
You know,
infect
I've
adult
always
skin
talked
stem
about
cells.
this. Ethics
The
gets in the
viruses
way of
injected
science.
their DNA into the host DNA.
Oh, like Wolverine's DNA into Deadpool.
Not exactly a one-to-one comparison, but sure, why not? After being infected, the adult skin stem cells turned into something new. Something that resembled embryonic stem cells.
Oh, so like,
When Deadpool regrows half his body and it was in its infant state,
yeah.
these new cells, called induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs for short, acted just like embryonic stem cells,
Ooh.
able to turn into any cell. The great thing about these cells is that you don't need them to be donated from a fertility clinic, and as they're created from the patient's own cells, the body ideally won't reject them. They've also simplified it down to only 4 genes since then.
So maybe it isn't a scam.
I wouldn't run to that conclusion right away. There have been some promising trials treating Parkinson's disease, spinal cord injuries, and even cancer. For each one, they took adult stem cells from animals and turned them into the
Had to go black.
embryonic-like iPSCs,
It's happening.
which could then become whatever cells they needed for each treatment. For Parkinson's, which is caused by a loss of
Ethics to learn about the
dopamine-producing
human
nerve
body.
cells, they
Sure
developed
did.
these cells and implanted them into the brain. For spinal cord injuries, they made more specialized neural stem cells and implanted them into the injury. And for cancer, they were able to make some special white blood cells called natural killer cells.
Sounds like a supervillain.
Maybe from the perspective of the cancer cells. You see, NK cells exist in your body, but they struggle to fight off cancer cells.
Hello, cat.
The researchers are able to design and pre-activate a large quantity of them to help bypass that struggle.
Hey, that's even better than what Deadpool's got. Cause his regeneration just replaces the cells his cancer keeps killing. But it doesn't get rid of the actual cancer.
While all of these trials are showing some promise, they are still in the early stages. In fact, iPSCs have faced a lot of challenges over the 18 years since their inception. It's proven difficult to turn a large enough quantity of adult cells into iPSCs, and mutations have been a problem.
Did I hear mutations?
Not the superhero kind, the bad kind.
Oh.
With these stem cells not able to do any real good,
Most
a lot
mutations
of stem
are
cell
bad.
clinics have popped up, making all kinds of medical claims. While there are some stem cell therapies that exist, like blood stem cell transplants for leukemia, a lot of these clinics simply remove tissues that may contain adult stem cells and implant it into other parts of the bodies. And remember, adult stem cells can only become certain types of cells and can't be implanted just anywhere successfully. They're not only going to separate you from your money, but they could put you at risk. Like in 2015, when 3 patients had vision problems and went to one of these clinics.
Uh-oh.
Their eyes were injected with stem cells derived from their fat tissues. Since proper procedures weren't followed, there were likely harmful substances left in the cell mixture. The patients either went fully blind or lost most of their vision, as well as experienced bleeding in the eye and detachment of the retina.
Oh, yikes.
Eee!
Soon you will pay for your insolence. I mean, updating package 10 of 500.
While the struggles with iPSCs could mean it's still decades from being a cure-all, they have led to other promising developments, like the ability to create cells of patients in a petri dish to not only study them, but to test drugs on them without affecting the patient for more personalized care, or advancements in bioprinting, which is like 3D printing, but with cells. Hopefully, one day we can simply print out a new organ when we need it.
Oh, maybe I could get 2 hearts. Then I'll be like super strong and fast and stuff.
Your understanding of biology is frightening.
Thank you. Imagine how smart I'll be with 2 brains.
Scientific advancements take time, and there are even more methods being approached that we didn't touch on, like gene therapy. But it could also be as simple as working with what our cells already know. Michael Levin, one of the researchers from the team that regrew the frog limbs, believes that there's some untapped intelligence within our cells, and we simply need to figure out the right signals to activate them. He says, "Our work is not solved. We know cells are talking to each other, but we don't know what they're saying yet. We still need to crack that code. But even if we crack the code, there are many hurdles to overcome. Some scientists believe we don't have the ability to regenerate because of our size. The amount of energy needed to regrow the limb, plus the energy to keep the right kind of stem cells in reserve, could be too much. Since it takes small creatures weeks, even years, to regrow parts of their bodies, they say it might take humans over 20 years to regrow a limb."
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Like for
20
Wolverine,
years?
it depends on how much he eats. You know, calories and such. And Deadpool, healing slows if he gets more injuries. Plus, he's got to think about healing to heal, not like Wolverine's autopilot. So Deadpool's mental state can also affect it. Aw, well, this has all been incredibly disappointing.
But informative, right?
Yeah, I guess. But who knows how long my body is gonna take to heal now?
Just tell me what happened. Maybe I can help.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Update complete. Initiating new optical memory sharing protocol.
Wow.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Ow.
Well, that explains where my hairspray went.
You're still here, and I'm doing a parody of a parody? Both yes. But thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. What a great viewer you are.
Okay, but hang on. I want to
You've
see
just
this.
gotten home from a morning of running errands when you begin to feel a little off. Feeling
Where'd it go? Why does it never work, huh? Give me a moment.
Weak and queasy, you sit down and wait for whatever it is to pass. But the more you brush off your symptoms, the worse they get. Suddenly, you realize you can't hold it off any longer and rush to the bathroom. After you've finished evacuating.
Wait, I've watched it. They fucking changed the title. I remember this one. It got poisoned by a chocolate. Alright. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call it and take a nap. Honestly. So thank you for hanging out. I will go relax. Yeah. No, I'm not staying live. I'm ending stream. Yep. Alright. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna end stream. Thank you for hanging out. Drop by my Discord, etc. You know, usual stuff. I'm like so tired. I'm not a yeah. Right. Yeah. Good night.